The Air Jordan 1 is dead. That's right, it's over. Nobody wants this shoe anymore. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about why people are saying this, because honestly, I don't believe them. I know Jordan Brand has been releasing a bunch of cool colorways when it comes to the Jordan 4, but at the end of the day, I still don't think the Jordan 1 is dead. And because of that, we're seeing simple colorways like this shoot up in value. So if you guys didn't know by now, my name is DJ, and this is The DNA Show. On this channel, I love talking about sneakers and giving you guys my insight on the game, on what used to happen back in the day and what's going on now, and the different trends that we see over the years. So if you haven't already, consider subscribing and joining the fam. We're very close to 1 million subscribers, and you could be the next one to get us there. So what I want to do is take it back, way back into time. Doom, 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 doom. Nah, baby, nah, baby, nah, baby. Nah, but for real though, I do want to take it back to where it kind of all started for me, and that was the, yes, I know it's not a high, but it's okay, the patent leather Chicago Air Jordan 1. What year did this come out? I think it was like 2003 or something like that. Good times, yeah, 03. Yo, these right here, oh my gosh, so many nostalgic memories. I've definitely told my story about these in the past and how much I love them. I haven't made a fully dedicated video yet, but to say the least, this is kind of where my love for Jordan 1s got started. And the reason why I bring that up is back in 2006, 2007, everybody loved mids. And it's actually pretty funny because back in 2008, we saw the CDP Air Jordan 1 come out and these sat on shelves. A few years later, the banned Air Jordan 1 hit the Nike outlets with the Special X on the back, and people started to go crazy. Everyone was trying to get their hands on the shoe, and it definitely created a demand because of it. But because that shoe wasn't set to be an actual release and it ended up falling into outlets, we saw releases like this when it comes to the AJKO, and everybody just still wasn't really feeling them that much. But then 2015 came around and we saw a Grail come out, and it changed the game. The Chicago Air Jordan 1 with the Nike Air on the tongue, everybody went crazy over this because it was replicating the OG high. Even though realistically the shape and mold of this shoe is nothing like the OG, people still wanted it because of the nostalgia behind it. And don't get me wrong, we definitely saw some classics resurface in 2013 when it comes to the Bread and Royal Air Jordan 1s, and these had the Nike Air on the tongue. I vividly remember back in that time, everybody was so focused on the shoe having the Nike Air, giving you that OG vibe, and a lot of people didn't like the Retro Plus Air Jordan 1 colorways because they were just retros with the Jumpmans on the back and on the tongue. But like I said earlier, 2015 was definitely the turning point when it came to the Air Jordan 1 and the success that we saw over the past 7 years. So following that release, we definitely started to see a slow trend of more people liking the Air Jordan 1 and realizing how universal it is and all the simple dope colorways that can match with a lot of outfits, the functionality, and all those things, dressing it up and down. But then when 2017 came around, the game changed again. The Chicago Off-White Air Jordan released on Sneakers app, a part of the 10 pack, and this right here, this is definitely one of the sneakers that could take blame for a lot of the hype behind Air Jordan 1. After that, we then saw the collaboration with Travis Scott on the Mocha High, and people started to go crazy. Some people had their mixed emotions with the swoosh backwards. Then next thing you know, everybody and their mama loved the shoe, and then we saw a low top. During this time, the OG High was definitely getting a lot of buzz around it, but nobody cared about the OG lows. They were literally sitting on shelves. I'm talking about Bread Low, Royal Low, Chicago Low, you name it, they all sat. Most pairs were even sold on sale at outlet stores. But again, another crazy collaboration caused a lot of hype, and next thing you know, everybody loves OG lows. So now at this point, we're starting to see cool collaborations and colorways dropping left and right, and everybody's going crazy.
Oh, I want this one, I want that one, I need these, I need those.
And then we got another shift in the game, the 85 Air Jordan 1. Now this sneaker in particular was created to replicate the OG style Air Jordan 1 back from 1985. So the shape and the mold of this shoe is definitely not like your modern day OG Air Jordan 1 high, and these bring even more of a nostalgic vibe back to the sneakerhead community, causing another lane of people wanting more Air Jordan 1s. So at this point, a couple more years go by, and then it just feels like there's nothing but Air Jordan 1s releases. Like, there's just like every other week there's another Jordan 1 coming out. And like most of the other sneakerheads out there, I'm like, yo, I need those, I need those, I need those. And then it gets to a point where it's like, damn, do I really need those? I already got like 3 different variations of that same shoe, and now I got 50 of these and 70 of those. Like, why am I stacking all these Air Jordan 1s? And then all the other sneakerheads start to ask the same question. So now 2021 comes around, and the Air Jordan 1 is at an all-time high. At the beginning of the year, the Trophy Room Air Jordan 1 was set to release, and we all know this release was terrible. There was a lot of funny things going on, accusations, you name it. Everybody had to put their 2 cents in and why they loved or hated Air Jordan 1 and the current state of the sneaker community and everything like that. I get it. Again, that's a whole nother topic, but either way, I say this to say, I think this was the actual turning point for the fall of the Air Jordan 1. Now, obviously, everybody can't purchase every single sneaker, and I completely understand that, but I know everybody wants to get as many sneakers as they can, and I understand that side too. But when it comes to this, I feel like a lot more sneakerheads felt like it just wasn't fair. So now that there's kind of a negative vibe in the air and people aren't feeling the best about Air Jordan 1s, but they still like them and they still want them, we saw releases like this come out, and it was a Travis Scott Air Jordan 1. Now again, remember the Mocha, everybody was going crazy. But a lot of people, they truly didn't like this shoe. Again, don't get me wrong, people did like the shoe, but there was a lot more people that were like, this is not a cool shoe. And I think that's where sneakerheads really started to think twice when it came to that next release and the latest greatest thing, and if they really wanted to have it in their collection or not. And I think definitely throughout the past couple years, we have seen sneakers like this, or something like this, or even something like this, just sit. And I wouldn't say just sit, but people are always expecting Air Jordan 1s to resell for $400 or $500. But again, there's always like the colorway, the story, a lot of different factors to it. But these shoes in particular, and trust me, there's a bunch of other sneakers, I feel like just weren't really appreciated as much. And don't get me wrong, that's not a bad thing sometimes, because that means you can actually get the shoe that you like and you don't have to worry about paying the crazy resale value, because we know that is slightly a reflection of the hype behind a sneaker based on the value of the shoe, just because sometimes there's hyped up sneakers that are really not that dope and they are very expensive and you're like,
why is it even worth that much?
Like this shoe right here. There's a lot of sneakers that are way cooler than these that are worth fractions of the price. So now at this point, at the end of 2021, we then saw the A Ma Maniére Air Jordan 1. There was a lot of hype behind this sneaker. I don't think the price fully reflected the shoe based on how much people liked it, but at the same time, definitely a dope shoe, a lot of demand behind it, and this showed that people still did like the Air Jordan 1, to say the least. So Jordan Brand finishes the year strong with the patent bred Air Jordan 1 on the final day of the year, and they go into 2022 feeling good about themselves. But trust me, I don't think it went as good as they thought it was going to. We then saw releases like the Brotherhood 1s or the Bordeaux 1s or even the Rebellion Air Jordan 1, which a lot of people thought,
oh, this is gonna be a crazy expensive shoe.
And then next thing you know, it's sitting for around 250 bucks. And honestly, I thought with the promo that Jordan Brand had done through all the stores and everything, I thought they were gonna be able to keep the hype, but I guess not. As we sit right here now in current time, as I make this video for you in the middle of 2022, I ask you the question as well. Is the Jordan 1 dead? Is it over? Is it done? Or is this just a representation of the cycles and the hypes and the demands and the different things that go on throughout the years and the shifts in the culture of the community and how things can still stay relevant but have its own lane at a different time? And if that didn't make any sense to what I just said right there, because I was just thinking about that, I was like, did that even make any sense? Either way, what I'm saying is, there has always been some type of Air Jordan 1. Back in the day, we loved mids, then we liked retros, then we liked KOs, and then we saw the OG high, then we saw the lows, then we saw collaborations. At some point, each and every year, there's always some type of Air Jordan 1s. You remember the black and gold Air Jordan 1s that came out? Remember the Gucci Air Jordan 1s, the red ones with the high top, and then they had the retro of those versions, and everybody was like, those ain't as good as the other ones, or the Levi Air Jordan 1s. Trust me, I can name so many sneakers from the years that have been super dope, and especially when it comes to the Air Jordan 1. Now yes, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of colorways, but that does not mean you have to purchase every single one. Be selective, grab the pairs that you like. You don't have to worry about keeping up with everybody having all the colorways and all the stuff. Get the ones that you like, and it's completely fine with that. And yes, I know I'm gonna hear the other side of the people in the comment section.
I'm trying to get the shoes that I like, but I can't get them.
And still to this day, I think it's definitely a problem, but also something that I truly feel is not gonna change anytime soon. So the only thing that we can do is continue to build our networks, learn from each other, and continue to help each other out to try to get the latest and greatest shoe that's coming out that we may want for our collection. That is something that we love to do in the DNA fam, and help each other out when it comes to latest drops, or helping each other get that shoe if they don't want it, or somebody got it in their size and trading and stuff like that. So if you want to be a part of the DNA fam, I'll have a link for you guys down below in the description. We'll talk a little bit about that later in the video, but yes, there is a lot to go over when it comes to this shoe. Hopefully that kind of gives you guys just my experience and how I feel about the Air Jordan 1 and the things that have gone on over the years. And trust me, this was like a very quick briefing of the past, what, 20 years of the Air Jordan 1, crazy stories and other shoes that could have easily been mentioned. And that's why I wanted to leave space open for you guys to speak about this topic as well down below in the comment section. Again, I'm not talking about hating on everybody and all that stuff, but just kind of reminiscing and talking about the different eras and things like that. I would love to hear it down below in the comment section and see what you guys think about just this whole, you know, evolution of the hype train and how it's been going up and kind of coming down, and we're seeing new retros come in on the scene, and people are asking what's the next shoe and why do people like this model more than that one. And I mean, truly, let's think about it. Like, the Air Jordan 11 used to be the hottest model in the game, and then now it's like people barely even care about the shoe. And again, there's so many different things we could talk about when it comes to this topic. So if you guys have any other questions or want to see any other videos in particular on how the evolution has gone through different sneakers or other models in the game or different brands or whatever, let me know down below in the comment section. I would love to hear, and hopefully I can get a video out for you guys in the future. Oh, and one thing before I go, we gotta still show the results. These are the results when I posted on my story. So if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on IG so you can participate in the polls and see all the results here on the channel. 78% of the people said no, and 22% of the people said yes. So just by that alone, when it comes to the results, a lot of people still feel that the Air Jordan 1 is not dead. I don't think it will ever go anyway. It is one of the most classic, iconic models. There are a lot of great OG colorways that are still very nostalgic to this day, and I think will live on for a very long time through the sneaker community, the basketball community, and overall especially the American community, just because MJ had a very large impact when it comes to the shoes and the culture. And I think the 90s alone was just a great era, because, you know, I'm a 90s baby, so you know what I'm saying, I gotta say that too. But anyways, yes, that's kind of everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This kind of gives you guys a briefing of how things have kind of gone over the years. I'm sure, again, like I said, there's a lot of other things that need to be talked about when it comes to this topic. So appreciate you guys as always. I'll see you in another one. All right, y'all, I'm out. Yo, if you enjoyed this video and want to grow your collection or make extra money on the side, I built a VIP mastermind that will teach you everything that I've learned about growing my sneaker collection over the past 15 years. This will also give you access to the DNA fam in my VIP community, where we talk about investing outside of sneakers. And don't worry, if you don't plan on joining the VIP community, it's okay. I also set up a private DNA fam community that gives you access to all the behind the scenes looks from the studio and multiple chances to win free sneakers and gear from weekly and monthly challenges. So all you need to do is click on the link down below in the description, or the first link pinned in the comment section. That will get you set up and into the community. I'm excited to see you guys on the inside. If you made it to the end of this video, drop a comment down below and let me know what is your favorite Air Jordan 1 colorway of all time.